What's going on, guys? And today I got a few things for you today. I've got a DVD unboxing, or two DVDs here. I already cut open the packaging just to make it a little easier and save time. I've got a DVD update on his DVDs I got a couple days ago, and I got a review for John Cena's Largest Fan 54, which I will link his channel in the description. Check him out. A+ videos all the time. That is Vengeance 2001. But first, let's start off with the update. Got this DVD the other day in the mail. Haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, but it is Bloodbath Wrestling's Most Incredible Steel Cage Matches 2. This set cost about $7 with shipping. So there's the back. So yeah, Bloodbath. I got this one, which I only got because it was cheap. Literally the only reason why if this wasn't cheap I wouldn't have got it. If this was even $2 more, I wouldn't have touched it. It was like $3. SummerSlam 2010, where I got it brand new. Obviously, I got it. So yeah, Nexus versus WWE. One of the worst covers, by the way. I hate this cover. But yeah, here Nexus versus Team WWE. What else am I gonna really say about it? So yeah. Now for the unboxing, guys. And this is going to be probably one of my best unboxings ever for at least one of the DVDs that I unboxed. For the other DVD that I unboxed, okay, but I'll tell you guys when the good DVD comes. But this one, pull the first one out of here. We've got Trish Stratus, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. No, it is not the 2-disc. I wish it was, but it is not. I picked this one up. Basically, it was in new condition, and again, only paid $4 for it, so I figured get it out of the way. If I see the 2-disc for a cheap price, I'll pick it up, but at least I have this one. It came with the insert, so that's good. Basically in new condition. The company I already got is from Discounts. Both these DVD Discounts, always a great company. And now for the steel. Probably my best pickup ever, guys. Only paid $20 for this. Probably one of the top 5 rarest pay-per-view / DVDs you can get. Cost of packaging away. WWE's Vengeance 2002. Yep, guys, Vengeance 2002. Yes, it is the Canadian version. I don't care personally. But yep, Vengeance 2002, guys. Only released online. No insert, but doesn't matter. $20, don't care. Worth it. So your matches, you've got tag team table matches, Bubba Ray Dudley and Spike Dudley versus Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. You got the cruiserweight title, Jamie Noble with Nydia versus Billy Kidman. European title, Jeff Hardy versus William Regal, and John Cena versus Chris Jericho, which I believe is John Cena's first pay-per-view match. Intercontinental Championship match, Rob Van Dam versus Brock Lesnar, no disqualification, no countouts. Booker T versus The Big Show. WWE Tag Team titles, Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Edge versus Christian and Lance Storm, and can't wait to watch this 5-star main event. Triple threat match for the WWE Undisputed title, Undertaker versus The Rock versus Kurt Angle. Can't wait to watch this. The extras, you got 7 WWE Superstar interviews, and you get a bonus match, Tag Team Championship match, Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Edge versus Billy and Chuck when they won the Tag Team titles. So, great DVD. Can't believe I have it. I'm only missing 2 for my 2002 set. Royal Rumble and Judgment Day. Judgment Day will take me a long time to get probably, but Royal Rumble is next on my radar, so keep on the lookout, guys. Keep a lookout, guys. So, that having been said, today I will be reviewing for John Cena's Largest Fan 54. I'll reiterate. World Wrestling Federation presents Vengeance 2001, one undisputed champion. Great event. one of my favorites. Took place December 9th, 2001, San Diego, California. Basically, the whole card was pretty much good, and not really a lot of bad stuff to say about the card. But let's get started, not waste any more time. So, your first match was Scotty 2 Hotty and Albert versus Test and Christian. This match was basically added on. I'd say probably it was either going to be the Sunday Night Heat match or this match basically pretty much probably just got added on. But yeah, so basic tag, nothing really even to say about it. It was just really, it didn't need to be on the show. It was an okay match, okay opener. Scotty, Too Hotty, and friggin' Albert, I'm pretty sure get the win. So you got your World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Championship match, Edge versus William Regal. These two would go on to have like two other Intercontinental Championship matches across the next two pay-per-views, Royal Rumble and No Way Out. So this was basically, let me see, out of their, probably the best one. No Way Out, I didn't like that IC title match at all. Royal Rumbles, I probably watched it on YouTube a long time ago, or out of my anthology. This one was probably the best IC title match they had. It was a good match. It was nice pacing. It was a lot of back and forth. It was short and sweet, which is something I like. A match that's like 7 to 10 minutes is a good enough match where it can get, like, it can say all it needs to say. I know it's a weird way of putting it, but it can say all it needs to say in a short amount of time and get the message and the impact out. And Edge did retain the Intercontinental Championship. Then you have Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy with special guest referee Lita. This was a weird match. I didn't really get this match. I understood because of what happened to Survivor Series 2001. It was really a weird reason to have a match, though. I know they'd be unified tag team champions if they had won the match, but it's a weird match. But I mean, it was okay. It was kind of a match that people did want to see at the time. These two face each other. It was an okay match, basic. Didn't really amount to anything because everything would have been solved. Literally, like the next pay-per-view Royal Rumble, everything was solved, everything was happy again, so it didn't really even matter. It was a nice, kind of like a nice little experiment. I'm pretty sure Jeff already got the win. It was a good little match. WWF Tag Team Championship match, the Dudley Boys versus Big Show and Kane. Another good tag team match here. Dudley Boys, one of my favorite teams. Big Show and Kane, they're another one of my favorite teams, to be honest with you. My top 15 teams. They're two of them. They're both. Those two teams are both in my top 15. So, Rick Dudley's were tag team champions. My God, like all of 2001, they held different tag team titles. So that goes to tell you about the Dudley Boys, and this was no different. The Dudley Boys retained their WWF Tag Team Championships, and they would go on to hold the titles until Royal Rumble, where they lost there. Not going to say against it. But anyways, good match, obviously. WWF Hardcore Championship match. This was my second favorite match of the night, aside with the three main event. The main event, that was my best part of the night, but this was second favorite by far. Hardcore title, RVD versus Undertaker. Good match. Really good match, actually. It shows that RVD could really hang, especially with a top dog at the time, like The Undertaker. And very, very good match. Surprised me a lot watching RVD put on this much. I mean, he's put on good matches, but this was a really great match. And I mean, Undertaker would go on to win the WWF Hardcore Championship for, I believe, first and only time he ever won it. But really good match, and it made the pay-per-view. It elevated and gave it kind of that big fight feel. So, you got the World Wrestling Federation Women's Championship match: Trish Stratus versus Jacqueline. Nothing much to say here. Trish Stratus. Sorry, Dave. Basically gets the win. Typical Divas match. Okay, for one of my favorite Divas, Trish Stratus, so it's an okay match. Trish wins. And now for your main event. As you see right there, first match of the WWF Championship match. Stone Cold and Kurt Angle. Out of the three matches, least favorite. Really, I think this match was actually too quick for the main event of this magnitude. I think the match was too quick. It was like Max 10 minutes. It was too big. I think I could have won 15 minutes. Easy. But very predictable that Stone Cold was going to win this match. Stone Cold got the win on Kurt Angle, hitting the stunner, and Stone Cold will move on to the Undisputed title match later in the evening. Who would his opponent be? Well, we'd find out in this match right here. The World Championship match, The Rock versus Chris Jericho. The Rock defending his title. And The Rock would be defeated by Chris Jericho, which was probably a shock for anybody even watching at the time. And yeah, so I would have been really shocked if Chris Jericho won that match. And Chris Jericho did in what I thought was a far better match than the WWE Championship match. Great spots. Chris Jericho and The Rock were great chemistry together. Loved almost every single one of their matches, save for maybe one. But great matches, great athletes. Even The Rock. At this time, The Rock was still The Rock. And Chris Jericho, one of my top 10. So, love Jericho. And Jericho became the new world champion. But then your final match, final championship match, determined the undisputed champion. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Chris Jericho. And as we all know, Chris Jericho became your first undisputed champion, defeating Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock in the same night. Great match, great pay-per-view. Check this pay-per-view out on YouTube if you can. Pick it up. I've seen cheap copies. I've seen copies of it go for a pretty cheap price at about $30, 25, which is actually a good price for this pay-per-view. Mine actually cost a little more. Mine cost like 40, 35-ish, but even for that price, I was okay. An American copy, so a little more rare, but doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, so that's Vengeance 2001, my review of that. Great pay-per-view. Check it out. And check out John Cena's largest fan, 54. And we got Eye Update. I got Vengeance 2002, Trish Stratus, SummerSlam 2010, and Bloodbath. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.